I'm going to survive 100 days as a fairy. With the help of a mystical potion, I can get my own fairy wings and explore a magical modded world. I will meet other fairies and visit a hidden fey dimension full of mystical creatures. And most importantly, I will create a cute fairycore base in a spring-themed biome. It's day 1 and I spawned in a little forest. I also got a Feywild lexicon, which is gonna be a really cool fairy mod. But before we can get into any of that, we actually need to become a fairy. It's going to get dangerous, so let's gear up first. And it's already going to get really cute in fairycore because look, the stick has flowers and we can craft really cool floral tools. Look at this, it's so cute. And stone is very close by in this really creepy cave. So let's get a bunch of it. And I just uncovered iron while mining the stone. This is perfect. Now let's craft this really beautiful stone pickaxe and all of the other tools, which are just as cute. Look at the sword, it's so cool. Now let's steal all of the iron off of the walls. And let's also grab some of the coal. Let's also make a couple doors and then we can check out this water cave. There's more coal on the walls, but there doesn't seem to be any more coal in here, so let's get out of here again. And I just spotted the next thing I need. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. I just need one more piece of wool. Let's also grab the sugarcane. Where are you, sheep? I'm a really nice fairy. You don't have to be afraid. There you are. Don't run away. I'm really nice, I promise. Oops, I lied. Now we can smelt our iron, and we can make a campfire to cook those poor unfortunate sheep. And cooking it on the campfire means we won't waste any fuel. We might just burn our toes. We can also craft a bed and sleep the first night away. Teehee. Now we can take our iron, and let's go and enjoy this beautiful world. This world has a bunch of beautiful modded biomes, and I want to find one and live there. But first we kill some random fish in the sea. And I think this fairy just witnessed me killing a bunch of innocent fish. Look at her. She has a little mushroom outfit. Yay, she's so cute. And I could also extract some pixie dust from her if I killed her. The way she looked at me! Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm so sorry. I didn't even consider it. Definitely not. Let's run away really fast. And quick caving break to see if we find more iron. Nope, it's just a random pit. And now I'm stuck in the random pit. Oh my gosh, look at this. There's a little chicken and it has a different color. Oh my gosh, look at it walk. That is so cool. It walks like an actual chicken. Oh my gosh, there's another one. After aimlessly running through the forest and screaming at random chickens, I finally spotted something interesting. I found a village. And you know what they have? Resources I can steal, like the good fairy I am. Teehee. Welcome to the ultimate guide of being a kind and good fairy godmother, like me. Step 1. Be nice to children. Hello, villagers. Oh, it's a child. I'm not stealing from a child. Or am I? I totally would if it had any resources. I mean, nothing. Step 2. Come bearing gifts. Hello. We got some bread and a little bit of leather armor. Step 3. Always have something nice to say. Hi, villagers. You all stink. Step 4. Never get distracted while doing good deeds. And we got more of these beautiful rainbow chickens. I love these chickens. Step 5. Pay tribute to the fairy goddess. Another thing I've noticed is this beautiful pond with a fairy statue in the middle. Why is a torch flying around it now? I didn't mean to do that. Give it back. It's mine. I'm kind of tempted to steal it, but it's also so beautiful that I don't want to ruin it. So I'm gonna leave it for now. Step 6. Help the villagers with their chores. But I definitely don't feel bad stealing all of their crops. Hee. Step 7. When in a dangerous situation, always put the villagers' safety before your own. Part of their village is in a cave. One of the houses is down there. That's so creepy. Those villagers aren't gonna make it through the night. But there's iron, so I'm gonna steal it. Please no creepers. I hope the zombies are distracted by the villagers so they won't see me. Those villagers are so stupid. Run to your houses. Go down there to the zombie. Goodbye. Step 8, and this is the most important one. Don't do anything I just did. In another villager house, I found a brewing stand, which is actually exactly what I need to get my fairy wings. But I don't have any blaze powder to power it, so I still have to go to the nether. But we're still very far away from that adventure, so for now, I'm just gonna steal all of the villagers' food. I'm such a nice fairy, I just know it. On day 3, I got bored of the village, so it was time to keep traveling. The biome I want to find is a super cute pink and fairycore place, so I just have to be there. But of course, I always get distracted. Look, there's a beautiful tree. Let's chop it down. Just kidding, I'm just gonna take a little bit of wood. Spring tree wood. Wait, and the planks are green. That looks so cool. I don't think it drops any saplings. I don't want to destroy this entire tree though, so I'm just gonna leave it be. I also keep getting distracted because I just saw this beautiful little cottage in a cherry blossom biome. Does anybody live in this house? There are some pickaxes here. Ha, free iron pickaxe. Thank you. I hope whoever lives here isn't going to kill me for stealing. Ooh. There's nothing in the barrels. And there's a random magic anvil. And 39 coal in the furnace. Don't mind if I do. Huh. Guys, somebody lives here. Where did he go? That guy looks so funny. He has a hammer. He also has armor. I'm trading you this beautiful leather cap for all of your golden armor with this beautiful flower pattern. Look at this cute armor. He's a dwarf blacksmith. He trades fairy gems. We could buy one using this coal. Let's do it. Apparently, we can use this to create a bunch of cool things, like smelting it into fey dust. I'm just gonna hold on to it, and now I'm gonna raid the upstairs room because I just saw a staircase. Kitty cat! Wait, I have fish. Please stop me. Yes! Now I have a new cat friend and more food. Let's also steal all of their bookshelves. I also noticed that the cherry blossom biome is right next to the modded biome that I want to live in. Look at this beautiful place. We have a bunch of cool modded flowers and beautiful trees. This biome is called the Strawberry Fields, and I'm gonna have a really cozy life as a spring fairy. Oh my gosh, and they have strawberry cows. Look at these cows. They're so cute. This biome is very small though. It's only this tiny little part here, so I want to try and get a bigger one. I think I found one really close by, but I also found this. Let's just ignore that and go over to the pretty strawberries. This biome is way bigger, and it also has this beautiful tree and another one over there. I think this is it. This is going to be home. So let's place down all of our things and dump the stuff that we stole, found, into a chest. And now with a free inventory, we can check out all of these. I just broke this. First rule of the strawberry biome: do not break the flowers in the strawberry biome. But we can chop down this beautiful tree, which gives me strawberry logs, but I'm gonna make sure to replant a bunch of these saplings so we can get more trees in the future. And the strawberry planks look really cute. And there's a zombie coming up from behind me, ruining my cozy fairycore theme, and it died. After spending the first night in our beautiful new home, I decided it was time to actually settle down, which means we need food. So we can craft really beautiful pink strawberry fences, and then we can create some really cute animal pens down here. We luckily stole a bunch of hay bales from the villagers, so we're gonna have an easy time breeding them. The cows are in place and we can breed them. We have one singular sheep, but I'm gonna find more. And there's also one empty pen, and this one is for the strawberry cows. And they also love to follow me when I hold wheat. These cows are so beautiful. Look at them. It's a little baby cow. On day 6, I decided it would also be a good idea to get a little crop farm going, but I don't have an iron bucket, so I'm just going to do it by the shore. I also didn't craft a hoe, so I'm going to have to walk all the way back. Bro, Minecraft. Also, the pink chicken laid a pink egg. Now we can craft a hoe, and now we can turn everything into farmland and plant all of our crops here. We're gonna get lots of fruit from this. I just broke it. After taking care of the food situation, it's also time to take care of the no wings situation. I want my fairy wings, and to get them, we need to brew a magical potion. We have the brewing stand, but we also need blaze powder from the nether and phantom membranes to make the potion. To get to the nether, we need diamonds to mine obsidian, so I'm gonna dig out a staircase to deep slay level and start mining. We also need phantom membranes, so we cannot sleep for 3 days straight, because phantoms are basically your own insanity coming to life after being sleep deprived for several days. So let's pull an all-nighter and mine resources until we hear the screeching of the demon birds in the skies. People always say don't mine at night. There's even a popular song about it, but I was still doing it without any fear. Okay, maybe I was a tiny bit scared. I quickly reached deep slay level and continued mining to Y level -58, which is the perfect level to find diamonds. I found a mine shaft, which I ignored because I have an intense fear of cave spiders and wasn't feeling like facing them today. And then I almost fell into lava. But now I finally made it to -58, so let's dig a little room. I brought tons of my stuff from the surface, including my furnace and my crafting table, but also lots of coal and wood, so we can store everything here. And now we have 3 days to find diamonds. During my time in the mines, I found my first diamonds, raged about them just being 3. Then I found more diamonds hiding behind gravel, and this time it was a huge vein, bringing me up to 13 diamonds. Hold that thought, I just found another one in the ceiling. 14 diamonds. Now we can craft our first diamond pickaxe, which has these super beautiful pink flowers on it. And now we can mine a lot faster. I love mining because I get to zone out and think about the most random things, and that's when I get the best ideas. On day 9, I had a bunch of resources, and we've stayed down here long enough that the next night should spawn phantoms. So let's finally go back to the surface. I come out of the mines, and of course it has to rain. And my poor little cat has to stand in the rain too. I'm gonna build it a little shelter, which looks incredibly ugly. I still have to wait for nighttime, so let's go and find some obsidian. I was looking for a lava lava pool, but I found this ruined portal instead, which is good because I totally forgot to craft a bucket. It also has a loot chest, and it has a golden sword and a golden axe and a golden hoe and a flint and steel, which is perfect. Now we just have to mine all of this obsidian and of course the random gold block. And with those 10 obsidian, we can return back to our base and also unalive a couple unfortunate farm animals on the way because we're gonna need food in the nether. It's getting darker, which means night is approaching fast, which hopefully means lots of phantoms, but it also means monsters everywhere and they're gonna kill me and blow up all of my stuff. So I'm gonna try to light up as much of this place as I can. I'm just gonna build up a little platform and then the phantoms can fight me here away from all of the creepers. At least the rain stopped halfway through the night, but I still didn't see any phantoms. And then they finally spawned and I got a huge jump scare. Come here, little birds. Come on. Come on, swoop down. Come on. Yes, come on. Come on, the sun is rising. They're gonna burn in the sun. Oh my gosh. Come down here. Come on. That's it again. Ow. They took a little bite out of me. Now they're burning. Please, any one of you, please drop a membrane. Please. Please, you're my last hope. No! Which means now I have to stay up another night. We should definitely make a diamond sword, which also looks really beautiful, and we're gonna have an easier time killing those phantoms. I spend the whole day doing chores and farming more resources. I also made a diamond axe, so chopping trees goes way faster. But it just got dark again, so now it's back to phantom hunting. Also, look over there. There's a little fairy just flying around the fields, unaware of all the danger. Here, birdie, birdie, birdie. Get over here. Yes. Ah! Dude, why did I think that was a good idea to scaffold that high up? Get over here. Yes! Phantom membrane. I have one. I have one. Die, zombie. Yes! Another membrane. I have 2 phantom membranes. I think that is enough. This can finally be over. Sleepy time. And now we have to do something even more dangerous, and that is go to the nether. So let's build up a little portal, and let's hope there's a nether fortress nearby. And we should also prepare and make a shield. We already have gold armor, which is perfect for the nether. Let's light the portal. I'm not scared. Why always the worst nether spawn? Gassed. If it sees me and blows up my portal, I'm basically stranded here. This place is literally the worst. I almost fell down. I need to find a nether fortress, and I'm probably gonna have a better chance to find one over there, away from this magma stuff. The things we do to get cute fairy wings. I've made it to the other side. Now we just need to survive this horrible place and all the skeletons that spawn in this biome. At least those guys aren't gonna kill me because I'm wearing gold too. But this guy's definitely going to kill me. No, I don't want to be here anymore. I literally hear music. Ah! I heard a gas. But I heard music too, I swear. I hear it again. What? Hello? Ah! It wants to kill me. This skelly is playing music. What are you doing? Please die. Why does it take so long to kill this guy? I have a diamond sword. Yes, it died. And it dropped a backpack. The guest saw me again. I'm hiding in the wall. The skeleton gave me an iron backpack, and we can press on it to view the contents. We got a bunch of iron and string and a music disc inside. Oh, maybe that was the disc it was playing. And now I also have a backpack to carry all of the things that I find here. Now let's get some more blocks and then try and find the fortress. And of course we get to scaffold over lava again. How lovely. Ah! I'm gonna fight. Scaffold, scaffold, scaffold. Come here, guest. Come here. Yes, yes, shoot at me. That's what you get. Let's try to avoid this crimson forest and keep digging through the wall. And look what I can see on the other side of the tunnel. A blaze. And the fortress. Oh, there are so many blazes. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. Ah! Oh, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm gonna die. Run away. I didn't die. I'm gonna eat my last food. And then we go in and kill the blazes. Die. No, it didn't drop one. Come on. Ah! No, the blaze got me. The blaze got me. I'm out of food. Maybe they have food in the fortress. I don't know why I thought they would have food in a creepy nether fortress, but I pushed forward anyway, very aware of certain death in form of wither skellies waiting around every corner, and no way for me to heal up if they slice me with their stone swords. I want to try and find a loot chest because maybe they have golden apples. There's a blaze. And attack. Attack. Attack! Yes, blaze rod. Guys, we did it. We have a blaze rod. There's a chest. Yay, nether ward. I think I needed that too. We basically got everything, so let's make a run for it. Blaze. Just run. I'm draining my hunger, but I'm running for my life. If anything attacks me, I'm so dead. I don't know where my tunnel is, but I'm digging into the wall. And I'm safe. Maybe. Ah! Lava! Ah! I was not safe. I was definitely not safe. At least I know my reflexes are good. I found my tunnel and my bridge over there, so we just need to get there without dying here. And I know that I can do it because I'm not scared. Let's get distracted and get some bone meal. I cannot even sprint anymore. Hi, Scaly. It fell. Luck is still on my side. After that, I just had to run across a little nether waste biome and then the creepy bridge over lava that led me right back to my portal, and I could finally escape the nether. Let's quickly make some bread, and now we can finally eat. But things are gonna get super cozy from now on because I got the blaze rod. We can craft blaze powder, and we also need to get some sand. And I found this little sand patch right here, so let's grab a bunch of it. Also, look at this beautiful fairy. It's a spring fairy. Oh my gosh, when I click on her, she sparkles. That is so cute. Now we smelt the sand into glass, and then we can craft some bottles. We also need to fill them with water and sleep the night away so the creatures don't get us. And today's the day we get our fairy wings. To get the fairy wings bottle, we need to make a potion of slow falling. And for that, we first need to make an awkward potion, which actually does need nether wart, so I'm glad I found that. Now it's gonna turn to awkward potion. Then we add the phantom membrane. Now we need one specific flower, this oxeye daisy. And now it's fairy wings time. We got fairy wings bottles. It's time to become a fairy. I have wings. I have actual wings. Now I'm an actual fairy. And we can also fly by pressing a button, and then we're off. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I can soar through the skies and around the trees, and I don't have to be afraid of crashing into anything because look, no fall damage. If I float down, I'll just use my wings. Now that I'm officially a fairy, we also need to build a beautiful fairy starter base. So let's take the iron backpack that we got from the skeleton and let's go exploring for cool building resources. Whee! Of course, the first stop has to be in the cherry blossom biome because this pink wood could go really well with my strawberry wood. Sometimes cherry trees can be a bit annoying to chop down because you cannot reach all of the logs, but now that I can fly, I can just go up here and then break the blocks from the top. And I'll take any fall damage makes this so much easier too. Oh my gosh, there's a little bunny! On day 14, I spent most of the day chopping down the cherry trees because I'm gonna need several stacks for my starter base. Because when I say I want to build a starter house, I usually end up building some giant mansion. So I'm getting at least 5 stacks of wood. I also picked a bunch of flowers and I don't have to worry about inventory space because I can just click the backpack on it and it all goes in there. Which means we can keep exploring. And it looks like I just found another modded biome. Yay, we can break them! We got lavender. This biome is called the Lavender Meadow, and it also has a new tree type and animals. There are goats here. Look at this. There's a butterfly. Look at this tiny little butterfly. I think I just took it. I'm holding it. Also, there's a bush in this tree. I just broke it. The butterfly is just spinning in this tree. I think I broke the butterfly. I really want to know what kind of wood type this is, so let's get it. It's a lavender log, which makes sense in this lavender biome. It makes these purple planks, so this could also be really nice for my starter house. And I also found a different colored butterfly. It's so pretty. And I think these bushes here are actually butterfly nests. Yeah, it went inside. This place is so peaceful. I wish I could just stay here forever. But I got what I came here for, so we have to keep going. I also found an even bigger strawberry biome. It's giant. Since we also need those trees for my starter base, we can just chop them down here so we don't have to make a mess in my base. My backpack is full of resources, so we can try finding our way back home. Or we could get distracted because I just saw another of these buildings. And I do love stealing from this dwarf, especially all the coal they have in their furnace. This time they don't have a cat upstairs, but they have iron armor, which I think looks way better than gold armor. Look at the flowers. This is so spring fairy core. I'm very good at getting sidetracked, so of course I also had to check out the pillager outpost near my base. I can just fly in at the top and look into the loot chest, which is mostly just a bunch of random garbage. The amount of pillagers that want to kill me, there's so many. But I'm a cool fairy, I can just fly away. Look at those losers. Goodbye. Once I made it back home, I started planting saplings of all of the trees I found, and I also accidentally clicked on these bushes and strawberries came off. So these are actually strawberry fields with actual strawberries, which also means I no longer have to worry about getting food. We can also easily plant them again. Strawberries are one of my favorite fruits, so I'm gonna have so much fun with these. But first, we gotta build our house. I had a lot of work to do because I had to get rid of my deep slide mess from the phantom hunting and then break a lot of dirt to get a big flat surface for my house. On the next day, the area was flat and I already placed down some logs as a layout for my house, so it's going to be really big. Enough space to fit me and all of my fairy schemes. I mean good deeds. Before we can start, we have to craft our wood into planks, stairs, and trapdoors, but also into some fun modded blocks. I also saw that the lavender trees I planted grew with a butterfly nest. So now we have butterflies in our strawberry fields. My inventory is full of pink resources, so let's start building this house by bringing up these strawberry pillars. Having fairy wings already makes such a big difference because I don't take fall damage when when I jumped down the pillars, but flying back on top of them is very hard, but I did it. I think the walls in between the pillars should be cherry wood, and the windows are gonna be strawberry fences. I also added a furniture mod, which gives me these beautiful window shutters with heart shapes, and of course a flower box. And I think I still have a bunch of flowers in my backpack. Let's see how this lavender is going to look. Okay, this is just beautiful. Our kitty cat loves it too. Also, I decided her name is Luna, and I love her forever and ever. Cat obsession aside, let's build the rest of the walls. On the side wall of the house, we're gonna have a little arched roof over the windows and more cute window shutters. Ah! And I looked at an Enderman! Oh wait, I'm a fairy. Haha, fly away! Let's fly in the ocean and then we can slay. Hello, Mr. Man. Come here, little Enderman. And now he's screaming in my ear. Get over here and die. Ah! I'm gonna die. Ah! Drowned! Everything just wants to kill me. Be gone. I think the Enderman is gone now, but I didn't kill it. So while I continue building, I'm gonna be extremely paranoid that it's just gonna show up out of nowhere and destroy me. I'm not scared. On the next day, I'd finished all of the house walls without any more incidents, and also built this really cute entrance. Now we just have to add a roof on top of this, and I think I have a pretty cool idea. It's not just the roof I'm building though, because I want this house to feel like cute cottage meets pink fairy castle, and the best way to achieve that vibe is to build several towers on top of the roof. I think it turned out really well so far and looks like a beautiful fairy mansion. It is very pink though, so we need some different colors to break up the pink. I'm a spring fairy, so it can't just be all pink. We also need some green, just like on my armor. We need azalea leaves. So let's go on another adventure and try and find an azalea tree. While I was looking for azalea leaves, I got distracted and found a shipwreck, so of course we have to dig that out. Wait, it has moss. Moss can be bone meal to give us azalea bushes. So we don't even have to find a lush tree. I didn't find anything else in the shipwreck, except a spring fairy who was silently judging me from the shore. So let's fly back home again. Also, it's so funny when I eat strawberries, all the little bits are flying behind me. Good that I picked up so many bone blocks from the nether, because now we turn it into bone meal, and then it's azalea tree time. So now we plant this little bush, bone meal it, and now we can shear all of these leaves. And the leaves that I want the most are the flowering azalea leaves. If there was one block in Minecraft to describe spring, it would be this one. I spam leaves all over the house, and I think it's so beautiful. I'm going to have the best life living here. But now we also have to decorate it on the inside, and that's where all the lavender wood comes in, because I want to have some stripped lavender beams in the ceiling and fill the rest with slabs, and it looks really cute. But for the floor I want to use something different, because I don't want to have pink wood all over the house. So on day 23 I went into the mines to gather a bunch of stone. I also went back down to my creepy mine shaft to look for some andesite, because that looks really nice next to cobblestone. I also learned that I can fly up the staircase using my fairy wings, and it's so funny. I'm gonna smelt most of the cobblestone into stone, and then we built the floor out of a messy mix of all of these stony blocks. Now we have all of this space to decorate. First up, we need to get the practical things out of the way and add a bunch of chests onto this wall here in the back and move all of our messy resources over there. It took me a long time, but I sorted all of my chests and labeled them too. Now we have a storage room, and the rest of the house can be for very cute purposes. But first we also need to move Luna into the house so she no longer has to live out there. And she's also gonna get a pink color. For the interior we're gonna need a bunch of wool, so let's grab that from the sheep. And then we can craft cute things like sofas. This side here is going to be the cozy living room with a big couch and maybe a small one, and this one is going to be for Luna. We can make her sit on here. Oh my gosh, she's loafing. This is just the cutest thing ever. She's so cozy. I also added a carpet and a drawer with a lamp, and it's so beautiful. The other side is going to be my cozy kitchen, where I do all of my smelting and my cooking. But I think the kitchen is missing some food, so let's bake a cake. You can actually make a strawberry cake. We just need strawberry milk, and I have a pretty good idea where I can get that. It would totally make sense if these strawberry cows gave strawberry milk. It's right! We got strawberry milk. We also need an egg, but I only have the purple ones and they don't work. So on day 26 I went out looking for chickens. I found a normal one, and we can grab it, and we can fly with it. This is so cursed, but it makes things so much easier. Also, why is there an allay at my house? Hello? Did I free it from the pillager outpost? I guess we're gonna be friends. I'm gonna take you too. And we're also gonna have a house chicken until it lays an egg. And while we wait, I'm gonna decorate the upstairs room, because we have all of this space here. I added a little wall, and behind it is this beautiful bedroom, and the chicken has laid an egg. So now it's finally cake time. We have a beautiful strawberry cake. Let's eat a slice of it. I also want to decorate my house even more, and for that we're gonna need flower pots. So I'm gonna dig out some clay in the ocean. I also tried flying underwater, and I'm just bouncing on the surface of the water. It's so funny. Now let's melt all of this into bricks. Now we can have flower pots with lavender all over the place. Also, the chickens somehow went up the ladder, which is absolutely terrifying. I'm scared. But spamming lavender all over the place still isn't enough. We need a better light source than the torches. So I added the fairy lights mod because it has the word fairy in it and I'm a fairy. But also because it adds all of these cool light sources. I must have this flower light. The crafting recipe needs blue orchids, which can only be found in the swamp. So it's time for another adventure. The nearest swamp is 6,000 blocks away, so we're gonna have to do a lot of flying. But that gives me a chance to explore this beautiful world and see all of the magical things. I say that, but I spent the last 3 minutes flying over the ocean and there's no end in sight. So let's fly above the clouds because that is so cool. This feels so magical. Also, flying drains my hunger really fast, so I'm glad I brought a bunch of strawberries. I finally found land and it's a modded biome. This is a beautiful fall biome and it has pretty flowers, which I'm gonna steal, and a jack-o'-lantern creepily watching me. Oh my gosh, there are so many foxes in the water. I'm gonna rescue all of them. Yay, they're free. I'm also gonna grab saplings of all of these modded trees. This biome is massive, but we can't stay here forever. We need to find a swamp. But first, I just found another modded biome and I need more resources. I'm gonna pick all of these flowers. Okay, but now let's keep going. I spent the rest of the day flying around looking for the swamp and even found an azalea tree. And then I found the swamp that I was looking for and it was just 3 trees and no flowers. So I flew 6,000 blocks without getting anything. Internal and external screaming. This fairy is so making fun of me, and also I just realized she looks like my friend a little red. Literally like her Minecraft skin. Also, I'm incredibly stupid because I wanted to rage quit and go home, and then I realized the swamp continues behind the spruce forest and there's more swamp here and it has the blue orchids. So it wasn't all for nothing after all. There's literally a giant swamp here. I'm gonna pick so many flowers that I never have to go back here. I have over 2 stacks of flowers, so let's get out of here so we can finish decorating our house. Of course, I got distracted again and found this red tree in a snowy biome, and it has little mushrooms growing on them. I just need to have them. But on day 30, I was determined to not get distracted again and fly straight home. I say that, and I found another cool biome. Forget anything I just said. I need to get distracted by this biome. Look at these cool leaves. I broke them. I need to get these leaves. They're so pretty. We also have this really cool pink wood, another pink type, and it's cherry wood. I must have it. And we also have some bamboo here, which is spring bamboo. I'm taking this because I'm a spring fairy. Look at how cool this biome is. Okay, but now no more distractions. We're going home. Oh my gosh, and there's a winter fairy. Look at her, the winter fairy. I love this fairy. Okay, but now no more distractions. Ooh, no. Ooh, there's a village. Let's steal from them. It's not getting distracted. It's progressing in the game. Why do they have these scary statues? Also, what is that? They have a baby child plant thing. I'm taking it. A mandrake seed. And this is a mandrake. It doesn't seem very happy. This poor little guy. That thing screams. It screams. That's creepy. And I can be super annoying with it. Oh my gosh, I just ate it. I just ate it by accident. I have blindness. I'm taking all of these. I think we're gonna need them in the future when we do things with the fairies. But now for real, no more distractions. And on day 31, I finally made it back home. Time to get more strawberries because I'm starving. Also, look at my travel haul. We got so many cool new things and annoying things. Now the time has finally come to craft these beautiful flower lights. I'm so excited. I don't even know where to put them. Let's put them over the door. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's a little flower, but it's a lamp. They need to go everywhere. I put them in my bedroom and also crafted some pink ones. And they can go on the outside of the house. They're so cute. I also wanted to try different ones like these icicle lights. And they look so beautiful too. I love them. There are also these little fairy lights, which are basically these little dots on the wall. So they can also be used to light up the kitchen. But the mod doesn't just have fairy lights. It also has this. This is literally so beautiful. I'm also gonna hang one in my bedroom. I also just used up all of my iron for pretty decor. Priorities, you know. But now my house is fully decorated and it looks really beautiful. So I can focus on getting my own fairy wand. We can easily craft it using lapis and amethyst. So let's try and find a big cave that has a geode. Sometimes they're also underwater, so we can dive down here. This water cave was full of iron, so I got over half a stack. Go wait round. On day 33, I found another entrance to a creepy water cave, which led to a real cave underneath. And because I can fly, I'm not scared to check it out. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Let's just carefully fly through here and see if there's a geode. Why did I choose this? Ah, creeper! That was so scary. I'm flying back. What is this building? Ah! Hi. Ah! Ah! I also don't think the structure is a trial chamber because it's a different block type. So I'm going there and I'm not gonna be scared. Hi guys. Let's go on the wall. Ooh, why is there redstone? There is something here. Wait, there's one of these beard people, aka dwarves. They have some rare ores and diamonds. I'm gonna decide to trust these guys. I'm sure they're not evil. Let's take the diamonds. Please don't be a trap. And I also want to take whatever this is. It's more of these Fey gems. I'm taking them. And of course more iron because I realized I don't even have a full set of iron armor. Oh my gosh, the dwarves, they're mad. I don't know why they're mad. I think they don't like it when you mine their iron. You still want to kill me? No? Ooh, more stuff. Ooh, more iron armor. Perfect. Okay, he's nice again. There's another piece of armor. Now I have a full set of iron armor. I think that was everything we can find in here, so let's get out again. Let's bring all of our loot back home. But I still haven't found a geode, so I'm gonna keep looking underwater. I went to the ocean because the water here is deeper, so there's a higher chance to find a geode. At least I can kind of fly in the water and look around. I got distracted by a shipwreck once again, but it had tons of iron. But then I finally spotted a geode. We got one. I'm drowning. I'm gonna drown. Let's dig away down there and hope nothing creeps and crawls in the geode. Anybody home? Yay, no creatures. But we also don't have many amethyst crystals either. We only have these few. Hopefully 12 of them are gonna be enough. Now let's get out of here again. On day 35 I realized I also don't have any lapis. And of course it started raining. So back to the water caves I go. Ooh, it's a thunderstorm. More like back to bed I go. I found some lapis in the wall, so let's take all of this. I'm drowning! I got it. I'm alive. Barely. Now we craft the fairy wand. We have it. We have a wand. Oh my gosh, it's so big. But how can I use it? It needs magic dust, which we can craft out of redstone dust. That is very good because I have 2 stacks of them from the mines. Let's make all of this. Now we just need a test subject. Oh, pillagers. Hello. Hello there, good sir. I'm your fairy godmother and I'm gonna do some magic to give you exactly what you deserve. Death! Oh my gosh, I hit him. And again. Bibbidi bobbidi, get wrecked. Now that I'm an all-powerful fairy, we also need to continue expanding our base. The next thing I want to build is a little structure over this cave that leads into my branch mines. I also just got an advancement for picking strawberries, and I got a sweet strawberry. These must be super rare, so I'm going to display them in my kitchen. It's beautiful. The first step is terraforming this messy landscape. Now everything is flat and we can get resources. Since the build leads to the mines, the majority of it is going to be made out of stony blocks. I got a bunch of andesite and cobblestone, but I also broke my diamond pickaxe, so we got to craft a new one. But the next resource I need is lavender wood, and I'm gonna make my LA friend help me and pick up all of the logs that fall on the ground. Yay! It's helping! I also learned that I can pick up the butterfly nests, so I'm gonna relocate them over here so I don't have to destroy them. And now we just have to craft up all of our resources. And the building is gonna go right around the cave. So I built up the lavender pillars and created tall stone walls in between them. I also added windows and some little walls to the side. And right now it looks like a screaming face. So let's make it cute and decorate the entrance. We could do a little roof out of slabs, and I think it's really cute. We also need more flower boxes, and let's see how this sea thrift plant is gonna look. I think it's beautiful. There's only one thing that can make this even cuter, more of these flower lights. And also a roof. This place needs a roof. I have a really cute idea for the roof, so let's first make a trim out of wooden slabs, and then we build the roof out of these lavender leaves. It is done and it looks really funny. Now we can decorate these little structures on the side, and I'm gonna give it a little roof that's connected to the rest of the house. I also added azalea leaves and little chairs and tables, and we can also add coarse dirt around it. Now the lavender mining outpost looks really beautiful. I've never built with this kind of purple wood before, and I think it looks lovely. We can also add some steps going down into the cave, and maybe in here we could also add some azalea leaves. I added so many plants in here that it looks like a little ruined structure that has caved in, and there's an entrance down below leading to creepy crawly caves. I also want to link up my starter house and the mining outpost so we can turn all of this into path blocks and add coarse dirt on the side. Maybe the path can go all the way through here, and then we add a staircase going up to my house. On day 41 the path was done. That rhymed. And we can decorate it by adding some fences and some azalea leaves behind them, and my base is starting to look really cool. I also just remembered that I had a crop farm all the way by the water, and it looks like they've all grown so we can harvest them. But now we're no longer in the early game, so we have water buckets, so we can build a cute little vegetable garden next to my house and next to the creepy portal, which I'm gonna break because it's creepy any moment now. Be gone, scary nether. And I made a path that leads down here, which is where my garden is gonna be. This sheep is in the way. I didn't think it would die straight away. Awkward. I'm gonna build up a little water well, which we can turn into an infinite water source, basically by hiding water in these two stairs, and then we can infinitely take water out of the middle. I have a bunch of these leftover resources from my builds, and I just want to mix and match all of them for the well. Let's see if it's gonna look good or just weird. Actually, I think it looks really good. And now let's finally build up that vegetable garden. Let's add a bunch of water sources, and then we can create several rows of farmland. We have 3 types of crops, so we can have carrots, a bunch of potatoes, and a lot of wheat seeds, so we can keep breeding our animals. I also added flowers and leaves, and now this place is really pretty. Our own little vegetable garden. I also just realized I forgot the most important plant. We also need a strawberry garden, and I think we should just build that on the other side of the house. This one will be smaller, but just as cute as the vegetable garden. Strawberries don't need farmland, so we can just add coarse dirt and add the plants on top of it. I think this looks really cute. Our base is full of beautiful builds. We have so many farms, so I think we're ready for our first fairy quest. All of these magical fairies that keep flying around all over the place actually hold a secret, because when we summon our own fairy, it's gonna give us a bunch of quests, which can lead to very magical things like a fairy dimension. So I just need to find out how to summon one. We did spawn in with this Feywild lexicon, and it tells you how to summon the Fae. Oh dear. We need a Fae altar, which looks really expensive, but I think I've seen one of those before. Hehehe. Oh, villagers, it's me, your good fairy godmother. I'm back to bring peace and joy to you all. Just kidding, I'm here to take this. I got it. Queen Titania's Fae altar. It is mine now. Hehehe. Now we have this really pretty thing, and it's standing in our house, and she is judging us harshly. I'm sorry, my queen, I'm really sorry, I don't care. Let's see what else we have to do. We need to make a Fey ink bottle, and we need Fey dust and the mandrake. Good that I found the screaming creature already. Maybe we should also plant some of those in our farm, just in case we need more of them in the future. We have these Fey gems from the dwarves, and we can smelt them into Fey dust. It says think happy thoughts. I'm gonna be happy once I summon my own fairy. We also need some ink, so let's find some squid. Get wrecked. Now we can craft the Fey ink bottle. Then we do this, and with the feather and paper we craft the summoning scroll. Now we're almost ready to summon our fairy. Almost, because I don't want to just summon the fairy in my house. We have this beautiful altar, and it needs to be displayed somewhere pretty in its own beautiful build. Maybe we could try building it on this hill next to the strawberry field. I think the space is definitely big enough. We just need to relocate this cute chimkin. On day 45 I put together all of the resources, which was mainly all of the stony blocks I had, but I also need to go to the mines and get more cobblestone, which means I can use my beautiful mining outpost. I got a bunch of cobblestone, and flying out of the mines is still just as fun. I crashed into the wall. And now let's start building. In the village, the Fey altar stood in the middle of a pond, and it really inspired me to also implement lots of water elements into my build. It's a floating island held up by the power of magic and pretty leaves, and it was once an ancient ruin that has since collapsed, and all the stones are still scattered around and overgrown by beautiful flowers and leaves. And right on top of this floating island is where I want the statue to sit. So let's fly up there and place the altar right here. This looks so cool. The altar is in place, so now it's time to summon our fairy. I still don't really know how exactly to do it. There are actually several kinds of summoning scrolls, and I'm interested in the spring pixie one. We have the scroll, but we need a flower, seeds, an egg, and a spring tree sapling. Now, how are we gonna get that? We do actually have a spring tree right here behind our house, but I don't know if they're gonna drop saplings, because the last time I tried, I didn't get any. I just got a mandrake seed. Come on. Yes, we got it! Also, look how beautiful this looks in the sunshine. Now we can fly over here, and we add all of these things on the altar, and they're all circling around. Yes, it's doing it! It's doing it! We got it! We got the summoning scroll for the spring pixie. Now the question is, what do we do with this? Do we just click it? Oh my gosh! Hi! She looks just like the ones I've always seen flying around here, but the difference is that she is my fairy. And that means she's gonna offer me quests. Let's click on her.
Where am I? Who are you? Are you tasty?
She can talk! She can actually talk. This is so cute. Accepting this will bind me to the spring court. That's where I want to be. The first quest is craft a chest. That is a very easy quest. Did you see it? Are you proud? Yay! I did it! Now we need to get 3 white wool. Oh my gosh, what happened? I have Spring's Blessing. Yay! What? I'm walking and flowers are planted where I go? I flew 6,000 blocks for these and now they're all here. Flowers everywhere. Oh, now it's over. But that is so funny. Look at all the flowers. On day 47, I did the next quest, which was get 3 wool. And we got Spring's Blessing again. And now the flowers are all over the place. Look at me spreading flowers. The next quest is apply Fey Dust to a sheep 3 times. I only have 2 Fey Dust left, but I have this big Fey Gem, which we can craft into the small ones and then smelt it down into Fey Dust. I think the fairy has to be close by when I do this, so let's click on her and then she follows us. This is so cool. She's my friend. Now let's pick one unfortunate sheep. Let's click on it. Oh my gosh, she can fly. This is so funny. Let's do it again. Yay! No! Let's do this one then. Yay, I made him fly. It's broken now. It's dead now, fairy. It's dead. There are so many quests, and I think at some point we're gonna get to the Fey dimension because of the quests. We need to bake 2 cakes and feed them to the pixie. We need milk from the cows. We also need to track down more of the normal chickens. Now let's craft cake number 1 and cake number 2. Do you want it? Take another. The tiny pixie plunges her face inside of the cake. I love how she literally has a personality. This is so funny. She also gave me 3 spring tree saplings. I can't believe you ate both cakes. Now, excuse me. It wasn't me. The next objective is growing these spring tree saplings into trees. I'm going to do it, but we need to make one thing very clear. I did not eat the cake. It was you. It was not me. Now look at the tree. We have a tree. We completed the first chapter. I guess now it's time for chapter 2. Oh, the spring court is awesome and fun, and the others are boring. She's so nice. I love her. We could go to the Feywild and visit the other courts. We need to visit a library structure in the overworld, and then we're one step closer to entering the fairy dimension. I'm gonna bring a bunch of my stuff just in case we're gonna go there already. Let's hope she's gonna follow me while I'm flying too. Yay, she's flying after me. We can actually adventure together. And we need to adventure to a library. Seriously? Is that the library? And my LA is all the way out here and it escaped. The community library. That is so cute. Hello. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Oh, there's a bathroom. Nice, we have a toilet. Before we do anything, let's see if we can steal any resources from here. I'm not stealing. Oh, this was employees only. She eats cake and blames it on me, and I go into the employees only office. We're literally made to be besties. Now I have 2 things to choose from: the annoying visitor or Feywild lexicon. I want annoying. She dares me to keep ringing the bell. I have to ring it as many times as I can get away with it. If I do it too many times, they're gonna call security. Okay, that's the security. This is literally the funniest mod I've ever played. Now the objective is get the Feywild lexicon. I mean, I have it already in my base. Okay, he's not angry anymore. Give me the lexicon. The librarian looks very angry at us. Why did I have to ring that bell so often? Literally, gaslight, gatekeep, spring fairy. I love her. Now, what do we do next? There are 3 different things to choose from again. I think teleportation orb is the right one because I want to go to the Feywild. I have to capture another Fey inside an Eye of Ender to make one. To make an Eye of Ender, we need blaze powder and an ender pearl. I still have 1 piece of blaze powder, luckily, but we need to slay an enderman. And I mean, there is one place where endermen frequently spawn, the warped biome in the nether. And I broke the portal. I guess we're gonna bring it back and also make it pretty. We now have the well where the portal used to be, so maybe we could build it right behind it as a little gardening shed. But first, we spread flowers all over the place. Let's quickly get some resources before the fairy turns us into a flower farm again. This time I'm gonna use another new wood type, the black cherry wood, which is actually pink. Also, the fairy literally messaged me that she's hungry. I think these guys also want some cake. Let's fly away. I just got a cherry from the cherry blossom tree. I have a feeling today's gonna be an amazing day. Not just because I got cherries, but also because it's day 50. We're halfway through our adventure in this world, and we're so close to getting to the fairy dimension, and I'm so excited to see it. But first we built a pretty house for the portal, and while I was building the house to go to the nether to get an enderman, I actually spotted an enderman next to my house. So we're gonna look at him, and we're gonna slay him. Come on, please drop an ender pearl. The way I'm just building a portal to go to the nether to get an ender pearl, and then I just get one. I just heard the fairy make a giggling sound from the inside. Don't you dare laugh at me. I'm gonna have a pretty gardening shed. At least I don't have to go back to the nether. But now the little gardening shed is done. We have a bunch of decor and cute flowers. And on the inside we have the scary portal, which I don't have to use. And I'm so happy about that. I knew today was gonna be a good day. Now we have to craft an Eye of Ender, and I have to capture another Fey inside of it. I want this fairy with a little mushroom outfit that looks like my friend Red so I can prank her by putting her fairy version in an orb. Okay, I just clicked this on you. Oh my gosh, I have her. That is so cursed. I packed everything, so I'm ready to go. What is she doing? She's hungry. Again. Eat this. And I got a teleportation orb. This item can be used to travel to the Feywild, the fairy dimension. Okay, let's click it. Ah, it's dark. There are giant sunflowers and giant dandelions. And there's a tiny fairy on a bee. Oh my gosh, look at this world. It's full of these magical fairy trees. There's also a little structure. I want to explore everything. Let's first try to collect this. A magical dandelion seed. Imagine how cool these would look in my base. Let's also get the giant sunflowers. And the caves are full of moss and glowberries. And a spider, let's leave. Let's first check out the structure. Look at her. I haven't seen this kind of fairy before. I think she's a summer fairy from the summer court.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
No way. They're all going buzz buzz. Let's leave them be. Hello? There's a giant thing. Let's say hi. I'm sure he's nice. He's not nice. No, fly, not So the Fey dimension is kinda hostile. Let's shoot my magic wand. Haha! Oh, I totally missed that. Let's do it. Yes! Let's try and fight him. I'm not scared. I'm scared. Okay, I'm just gonna dodge his attacks. Yes! And I got a Fey dust! That's very good. This dimension also has a nighttime, so we gotta sleep quickly. Let's fly over to this biome here, especially to pick up more of these giant dandelion seeds. And there's a big tree creature again, and so ends my flower looting spree in this forest. Let's go! I found more of the fairies of the winter court, and they're really pretty. And I also found another biome with a building. They have mushroom houses! Let's see who lives here. Somebody's making noises. Did they just sneeze on me? I just hear sneezing noises and I don't even have any loot in their chests. Where are they? There's somebody sneezing in the ceiling. He's so cute and also creepy. Is he gonna sneeze again? Ah, no. I already had the flu twice this year. Not again. No! It's poisonous. Dude, they're spreading disease. They're literally spreading disease. Let's fly away before we get the flu. But look, I found the winter biome, and I have more cool flowers I can collect. What I learned so far about the fairies is that there are 4 different kinds of fairy courts, one for every single season, so we have spring, summer, fall, and winter. And by summoning a spring fairy, I joined the spring court. But that doesn't stop me from stealing resources from every single kind of fairy. I also want to try to collect more of these tree types here, because they give me really cool wood, like these blue planks. I also found these really cool purple trees. They're called hexen planks, which sounds really witchy. So we got another purple color. After getting a sapling, I realized that I don't even know how to exit the Fey dimension. The little fairy didn't tell me how to get out of here. Did she pull the ultimate prank and trap me in the Feywild? Maybe we can just use the teleportation orb again. Let's try it. Yes, it works. Home sweet home? I'm in the middle of nowhere. Okay, I've definitely been here. All of the trees are still half chopped down. Yes, there's my base. I made it. I went to the magical Fey dimension and I made it back and I didn't die to those creepy tree people. And I still have the teleportation orb, so when I want to go back to the Feywild, I can. But first we plant big flowers in our base. Oh my gosh, it just grows. This is actually gonna be peak decor. I planted dandelions all over my base. And we have so many new block types, which means we can easily expand our base. I have so many build ideas for all of the magical mobs in this world, but also for our fairy, who keeps turning me into an infinite flower farm. I want to decorate this entire area here, so let's first work on a path. I basically want to have a path going around this middle piece here in a giant circle. And for the part in the middle of the path, I also have a plan, so we gotta do a bunch of terraforming and dig it out. And for our project, we need to get a bunch of water from our well, because this hole I just dug out is going to be a little lake, so we can turn everything here into water sources. And of course it started raining just as I said that. Everything is water, and we can take out our coarse dirt and decorate the shore. On the next day, there was coarse dirt all around the lake, and we can also create a little dock going out from one side of the lake, which of course is going to be very pink. I think it's really cute. Then we can also have little benches on each side of the lake, and of course lots of azalea leaves, some grass patches, and many modded flowers. Of course we also need to plant tons of strawberries because we need to stay true to this biome. One more thing I would love to have here is the big dandelions. We need to show that this is is a magic lake. This actually looks so beautiful. But now I'm out of dandelion seeds, so guess where I'm going again? We're back in the Feywild and I'm gonna take a bunch of these. I'm also gonna ignore this guy. Also, I just noticed he has a beard and he has beehives on his tree branches. He looks like a pretty cool dude. Too bad he wants to kill me. The ocean here is also full of corals, and while I cannot take them because I don't have silk touch, I can take the sea pickles. On the next day, I had over a stack of magical dandelion seeds. So let's get out of here. No, did I spawn in a cave? Okay, no, it's not a cave. I was literally panicking. Now we can use bone meal to decorate the lake and of course add the sea pickles that we found. I still think something is missing though. Why don't we put another fairy altar in the middle of the lake? I'm just too lazy to craft one, so I'm just gonna look for another village to steal it from. I mean, nothing. Hello, hello, fairy godmother noises and all of that. I'm definitely friendly. There's the altar. Let's steal it. Thank you, villagers. We could just build up a little stony rock in the center of the lake, maybe also using some mossy cobble for the parts underwater. And the statue goes up here. It looks really cool. It's just peak magic and fairy vibes. Now from this lake, we can branch out in all the different directions and build more houses for a spring court. I think it is safe to say that every fairy of the spring court really loves cake, so we shouldn't just only build a bakery, but also houses where we can farm the resources for the cake. There are many different kinds of cake in this modded world. Many of them are using these colorful chicken eggs, so a chicken coop just made the top of my to-do list. We also have some new wood types from the Fey dimension, so let's grow this tree right here. It looks really scary and ominous, but it's gonna give us some nice purple wood. The tree also grew with a carved pumpkin, which was kind of creepy, and the leaves dropped more saplings and Fey dust. On day 60, I also got a bunch of lavender wood, and I also saw we still have the butterfly nest here, and it would be so cool if we could bring them over to the lake and basically relocate the butterflies to over here, and then they fly around the lake instead of the tree chopping area. Next to all the beautiful butterfly chaos, I also managed to gather a bunch of wood, so let's craft it into all of these cool blocks. The next day was building day, and I built a really cute lavender colored chicken coop, and it looks like we have visitors already, but it's not the chickens, it's the wandering scammer, and maybe he's gonna be useful because I have 3 emeralds, and we could buy some cactus because you never know when you might need some green dye. And now I'm gonna do some more fairy godmother business. We also need to make the front of the house a little bit prettier, so I brought more flower boxes. And we also have this. Now this screams party chicken coop. So now we just need to get some chickens. And there are 6 different kinds of rainbow chickens in total, and they all lay different colored eggs. So I want to get as many of them as I can. First up, we have this pink chicken here. Pink chicken in the pen. Don't eat my chicken, traitor. And here we have a purple chicken. They almost look the same, but they're not. And I found a yellow chicken. And this chicken here is green. Cyan chicken. Why are they all screaming? Why did one just die? Awkward. And I think now I have all of the chickens. To bake all the cakes, we also need some sugar. So we could just plant a bunch of sugarcane around our lake. So this place is just one big, pretty sugarcane farm. But one big other thing we need is a barn for all of our animals, especially the strawberry cows. And this spot here is actually perfect for it. So I launched myself into another resource gathering session, chopping down a bunch of strawberry trees. Because the strawberry cows need a strawberry barn. Before we start building, we actually have to move all of our farm animal pens because they're exactly in the way. I put them over on this side, and here we can start creating the layout of the barn. It's gonna be pretty big and have enough space for all 3 of the farm animals that I have. Also, look, there's a butterfly sitting on the flower. That is so cute. And while I was building, this guy was watching me, and now he disappeared. That is so creepy. I completed all of the walls and also added a giant cherry barn door. Now we also need more flower boxes, but I forgot my flowers at home, so good that I'm a walking flower farm. Now we just need to add a cute barn roof on top, and I'm gonna use all of this strawberry wood. I made a big roof just curving around the walls, and it looks so cool, but it's totally not done because I haven't filled in any of the roof. I also made a path leading directly into the barn, and I added 3 different animal pens and spammed azalea leaves in the ceiling. Now we just have to take all of these animals and move them into the barn. I can just pick them up and carry them, or even funnier, I could stack them on top of each other, and now we have a pillar of cows, and it can follow me when I hold wheat. Come on, let's get you all in here. And now we can take apart the cow pillar, and the mod that lets you just pick up mobs is called the carry mod. We managed to fit all 3 of the animals in here, and we can also give them a little bit of food. I also cleaned up the old animal pens, and I also found another rare sweet strawberry, and I'm gonna eat it. And it gives me regeneration. That is so cute. Another build is done, and our base is looking really cute. This side is lacking some builds though, so it's time to build a fairy bakery. The fairy is hungry again, so that means let's leave before we have to bake her any cake. For the bakery, I want to try and use a completely new block, and it just started raining as I said that, but the rain isn't gonna stop me because I need to find find another modded biome that has pastel blue wood. It's gonna look so good in my bakery and I must have it. So I spent the whole day flying around in the pouring rain. Of course, the biome was almost 10,000 blocks away, and it didn't help that I constantly got distracted picking flowers. But on day 70, I finally found a jungle, and that's where the tropical biome should be located too. And I think I found it. We got the blue wood, and we also have these beautiful flowers that you usually get from the sniffer. Get some cocoa beans, and let's take all of this wood. And the planks are this beautiful pastel blue. I must have it for my bakery, which is why I flew 10,000 blocks. Priorities, you know? Pretty houses before progress. There's also another tree type here, and I'm gonna take it too. It's vanilla wood. I found another one of these biomes, and they have different cows. These are like the strawberry cows, but they look different. You know what? I'm taking one. We can just fly home with it. On day 71, I was still flying with the cow, and on the morning of day 72, I finally spotted my base, and this cow can go in with the strawberry cows. Let's see what milk this one gives us. Vanilla milk! Maybe I could bake a cake with this too if I get the vanilla beans. So now let's plant the tropical saplings and also the vanilla saplings. Now we can take a relaxed break from all of the stressful traveling and searching for biomes, and can chop down all of the trees to get resources. The tropical trees grew as well, so now we can also get the blue wood. I collected so many different resources, and together it's gonna be the most beautiful pastel block palette. I'm even gonna use some of that icy blue winter tree wood. I filled this whole chest with cute resources, and I decided this side of the lake is gonna be perfect for the bakery. We just need to do a whole bunch of terraforming. Let's start building with the wood types we're already familiar with, like the strawberry wood. I thought it would be a cute idea to have the sides be pink walls and the middle lavender or purple. The walls are done, so we make it cute by adding some windows and an arched entrance. Trying to make things round in Minecraft always looks so good. Then we can't forget the spamming of the flowers. And another cool thing bakeries have are these awnings. Now that's what I call cute. We've used all the familiar wood types so far, so let's try to use the new ones. The ones I flew 10,000 blocks for. I love when I have the chance to be creative with new modded wood types, especially pastel colors. And on top of the roof we can add the winter tree walls, because they actually have a block that is like a stone wall, and then I can add a fence on top of them. Now that is looking very cozy. We just need to make it prettier, for example by spamming more leaves, and I just have to use the fairy lights mod again. There are these really cute pink heart lights, and we are so gonna craft them. Maybe we can hang them from the awnings. Oh my gosh, yes, this is so good, and it matches my little window shutters because they also have heart shapes. Let's put them all over the place. There's also this, a letter bunting. We're so crafting this. I think this is by far the coolest feature in the fairy lights mod, because we can put it here, connect it to the other side, then we can select a color, but I think I'm gonna go with white, and then we can spell something like bakery, and then it says bakery on the sign. Isn't this the coolest thing ever? This is like an upgrade from just using Minecraft banners. I love it. We also get to decorate the inside of the bakery, which is the most exciting part, because once we're done we can bake cake. The floor's pretty, the ceiling has been spammed with leaves, then we could add a little counter using these little hard window shutters and some slabs on this side. We can also put all of these shelves on the walls, which are going to be for the cakes, then a light source, which is going to be these beautiful flower lights again. I also just learned that you can turn these lights on and off, but now we can finally bake some cake. Right in time, because the fairy is hungry again. Let's collect some more eggs from the chicken coop and more milk from the cows. And I also need to check if I can get some vanilla from the trees. Yes, I can. There's literally vanilla growing on these vines. So the first cake we're making is a vanilla cake. Let's display it right here. It has sprinkles. That is so cute. I'm gonna eat a slice. Don't tell the fairy. Then we can also make the strawberry cake. And then we have all of these colorful cakes made by the rainbow chicken eggs. And I'm gonna make every single one of them. I made so many cakes. Now the whole wall is full of them. Every single kind of frosted cake is here. And of course the vanilla and strawberry ones. The fairy bakery is almost done. I just need to add a little bit more decor, like some chairs and tables in front of it, which could also hold more cake. And of course everything looks better with coarse dirt. Now the bakery is finally complete, and I even made a little flower patch next to it, and we get a pretty amazing view of it from the top of the barn. I love this bakery, and it was so worth it flying 10,000 blocks to get this light blue wood. Now all we have to do is just spam more of these giant dandelions around here. I also just realized how the space is supposed to be the spring fairy court, and it's basically just me, my best friend Luna, A thunderstorm? Me and a thunderstorm. That's what it is. I'm sleeping. Where was I? Oh yeah, it's just me, my cat, and this fairy in the spring court, so we need more members. And if we look at the summoning scrolls, there are several more. Like whatever this is, a summoning scroll for a mandragora. It requires allegiance with a spring court, so allegiance with us, so we can summon it. One of the ingredients is to get another spring tree fairy summoning scroll. It's only one part of the recipe to summon the mandragora. Another ingredient is make another empty summoning scroll, which definitely isn't the hard part. We also need a greater Fey gem. So let's take a bunch of coal, and it's time we paid a visit to that dwarf again. Because if I remember correctly, that guy traded Fey gems. I hope he's not still mad that I stole all of his stuff. Hello, please don't beat me up. He sells lesser Fey gems, which actually isn't what I need. Is there a way to make them into bigger ones? Yes, there is, in the dwarven anvil. And the anvil is right here. Let's put all of these in, please. I think I need fairy dust or something. I'm taking this with me. Apparently I need to trade with a dwarven blacksmith to get a book, and then I can use that book to use it in the anvil. This is also complicated. Okay, I did more trading and unlocked more things. He literally trades a diamond pickaxe, and I found yet another blacksmith place and looted more of the coal. And after a bunch more chaos, he sold me this summoning contract for a dwarf blacksmith. I thought he was a dwarf blacksmith. Let's summon him. It needs a dwarven anvil. Anvil. Yay, we got a dwarf. And he trades a bunch of random stuff. I mean, we can bake him some cookies. Let's make all of these. Now give me all of this. And you better be trading those books. Oh my gosh, she unlocked it. It's so expensive. So I'm gonna go hit the mines and try and get more coal. I'm so determined I even flew into this scary ravine to get more coal. And I'm definitely not going down there. Why are there so many creepers? And this one has spiders. Ugh. The best thing is just getting a bunch of surface coal. But today's the day we finally get 30 gems. Let's see if all of this flying back and forth and grinding coal was actually worth it. Hello, Mr. Dwarf. He's walking into his anvil. Give me the gem transmutation book. I now have knowledge. Not really though. I'm still stupid. This is gonna be interesting. I think I need fuel. Yes, it worked. I got it. Now we have these 4 things. We still need a magical honey cookie, which you craft using these magical honeycombs. And there's no crafting recipe for those. But fear not, I know exactly where to get them. In the Feywild dimension. I saw it when I visited this structure here, because the bees have it floating in here. And it's heavily guarded, which means they're going to kill me if I try to get it. But you know what? I'm doing it anyway. Oh no, one is angry. One is angry. They're just going buzz buzz, and I'm gonna go die. Let's break this. Break the spawner. Break the spawner. Oh, you're so mad, right? I'm really sorry. Maybe I just kill all of them. Ah, I got poisoned. Get wrecked. The sound they make when they die is so tragic. Oh no. Now we just have to break this weird glass. I'm punching it. It's punching. Yes, I got it. I'm a honey thief. And we also have to do that a second time because I need 2 of those honeycomb blocks. We break the spawner, then we unalive all of the poor bees. And then we take the second honeycomb. Punch the glass. We got it. And let's get out of here. I did it. Now we just need to make the cookie. A magical cookie. Now we just have to put everything into the Fey altar again. And I'm gonna use the one in the middle of my lake. It's doing the magic. And we got the mandragora. Let's place her. Oh, she's so cute. And she can follow me. Let's find some plants for our garden. If she likes gardening, she's gonna love it here. She can also check out our farm. Oh yeah, she really likes our crop farm. Cute, look at her. After all of that trading, I need a building break, so I'm gonna start working on the next project in our base. But I'm also gonna take every free minute I get to grind more coal because I'm not done with the dwarf trading just yet. This tiny little mandragora is gonna get her own house. On the right side of my house is still a lot of space, so I'm gonna dig it out for her house. And we stay up at night to trade with the dwarf. And for the mandragora house, I want to use this wood type that we haven't used before. The spring tree wood. Basically the wood type of the spring court, and we've never used it. Mainly because it's very green, but I have a really good idea on how to make this good. We can craft it into this really cool spring wood door that has flowers growing all over it. And it's the same for the trap doors. They're really pretty. And we can get some more strawberry wood to go along with that. Now we can start building the little gardening house. Then we add cute glass windows and these spring trap doors as window shutters. And more flower boxes because I'm obsessed. And the roof is going to be entirely made of these green slabs. And I think it looks really cute so far. We could also add some cute gardening elements like these mushrooms growing on the wall. And the heart-shaped lanterns because they're so cute. And we cannot forget about this beautiful spring door. This room also needs interior like a pink bed for the mandragora. And a drawer with a lamp. And a table where she can sit. Let's make her follow us and show her her new home. She is so cute just bouncing around. She's just looking at her house. I think she loves it. Now you can stay around here. And we can build her a little garden garden. I made a path going all the way up to the house. Then maybe we can add some fences as railings so the little mandragora doesn't fall down. And I also brought a bunch of flowers that we can add here. And of course we can't forget about the giant dandelions. Behold the beautiful mandragora garden house. I love this place. And the mandragora really loves it too. Oh, she's so cute. All the late night dwarf trading has paid off, by the way, because now we have over a stack of these lesser fey gems. Let me show you what creature I plan to summon. A spring tree end. Those giant tree creatures. If I can pull this off, because look how expensive this is. First up, we need another mandragora summoning scroll. So we need yet another spring fairy scroll. And we can harvest our mandrakes. Then we have everything for the mandragora except the cookie. Good that these bee towers are all over the place. Rake, rake, fly away! I got poisoned. Now they're all gone and now we just break the glass really fast. And after more panicking with the bee fairies, I obtained a second one. Now we craft the cookie and then we get another mandragora scroll. I have 3 of the 5 ingredients. And next up we need more fey gems. The dwarf actually has to hammer it and then it's going to work. Thank you. And then we put the greater fey gems in here. Do it, dwarf. Yes. A shiny fey gem! Let's go! So the 4th ingredient is done too. I think we can actually do this because the next one is get a spring elven quartz. So we need to buy another book, which I can just get from him. Then we also need green dye. And remember that wandering trader who was in the chicken coop and he traded cactus and I got some and actually let it grow behind my house. Also, there's a creeper behind my house. No! No! Now we smelt that into green dye. And when I went to the nether, I actually took some nether quartz. So I think we can do this. We just need to switch out the books. Yes, we're doing it. The raw spring elven quartz. No way, we actually have everything. And on day 92 was finally the day we get to summon the tree end. Let's put all of this on here. I'm actually so excited for this. Give me something cool. We got it. The spring tree end. I'm scared. What if it's going to kill me? But I'm summoning him as my friend, so it's gonna be fine, right? Let's do it. It says I'm lacking the correct conditions. Okay, I looked it up. I need to put it on a sapling. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. He has birds. He has birds sitting on him. And he has a beard out of flowers. He's so cute. He's a spring tree. You're part of the spring court. You're gonna be the guard. I love this guy so much. Now our spring court is complete and we have a couple more days to build one last house. A home for my friend, the spring fairy. This hill here next to my base is going to be perfect for this. Also, I literally keep getting jump scared when I see this giant creature standing in my base. But he has birds on his shoulders, so I love him forever. I made a path going past the fairy altar over to this platform. This is actually such a nice spot to look over our base and this guy. And our little spring fairy is going to love it. Maybe. For this build, I'm gonna need lots of lavender wood. I also got more of the modded cherry wood and the light blue tropical logs. I started by building a little tower using all of the pastel wood types and then attached another house next to it. Behold the beautiful fairy house. I think it's super pretty and I love the colors. Now we just have to decorate it on the inside and give her the perfect fairy interior. We don't have a lot of space, but I squeezed all of this stuff in here and spammed azalea leaves in the ceiling, of course. I think this is a really cozy spot. There's one more very important thing that we need. We gotta use the bakery one last time and make more cake. I'm gonna put one on her desk and then we make her follow me over. She's coming in and now she gets this cake. She doesn't even want it. She doesn't even want it. Unbelievable. I'm just gonna leave it on the floor then. The last building in our spring court is completed and we have 3 more days to make this area perfect. So I decorated the path leading to the fairy house and added a bunch of coarse dirt and fences and leaves. And because it's such a great view of my base from up here, also put a bench here so we can sit and look over everything. And him with his birds. On day 98, I went all around my base planting a bunch of these giant dandelions. And the wandering trader also came by again to ruin my cake with his llamas. But I didn't mind because my base was looking magical. And then it started raining because it always does. On day 99, I had one last thing to do. I made another leather bunting and we added on top of this house. I will name it the Spring Fairy Cord. Now when we fly into our base, we can read it. The Spring Fairy Cord, which is this entire base full of beautiful things. I spent the entire day sitting on this bench overlooking my beautiful base and thinking about all the fun times I had in this world. Now it's day 100 and I want to give you a little tour of the Spring Fairy Cord. Of course, starting with my house. This is still one of my favorite interiors ever and Luna is still loafing on the couch. And I was also really proud of this little bedroom. Then on this side we have our beautiful little vegetable garden and this cute little gardening shed housing the nether portal, which I luckily didn't have to use again. again. Then we can follow this path here leading to a beautiful mining outpost, which also has a really pretty entrance. Then down here is the house for the mandragora, and she is still here and enjoying herself in the garden. This guy is also still enjoying himself or whatever he's doing. I think he's a bit of a bird brain. Speaking of birds, we also have our purple party chicken coop full of colorful rainbow chickens, and we can go on a little walk around the lake and admire the very pink animal barn. And of course on the other side we have the incredibly beautiful bakery. I think this is my favorite build on this world. And this guy is still here. Let's ignore him and have one last slice of cake. And the last builds we have to look at are the altar of Queen Titania, the cute floating island, and I really love this little pond. I just broke it. And the last build is my spring fairy's home, and she's still in here with all of her cake. Now she will take over the spring court for me. And I hope you have enjoyed my 100 days as a fairy. And I think this base turned out amazing. We have so many beautiful builds. Let me know in the comments if I should join another seasonal fairy court in the future. Subscribe or the little fairy is gonna eat all of your cake. Okay, bye!